Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, have a good day. The Honorable Lecturer Mr. Dr. Haji Popo Suryana SAMSE and all of my beloved friends. Ladies and gentlemen, the presentation today is about Kanikmatan Box Cafe Business Feasibility Study. Before we discuss the material, it would be nice if we introduce ourselves, starting with me. Okay, my name is Iqbal Lutfiana, and my friend Fatir Faujan, and the last Hasna Lutfia Hasibah. Okay, let's start this meeting by presenting a description of the Kanikmatan Box Cafe about us. Kanikmatan Box Cafe is a cafe business that has a container tent, where the basic building comes from container. The name Kanikmatan Box Cafe is taken from the Sundanese word Kanikmatan, which means enjoying all food and beverage dishes that have a delicious taste, and enjoying the beautiful atmosphere in the Lembang area. And the meaning of the word box itself describes the box shape of the container. Okay, which will be explained the next background. By paying attention to the habits of consumer will like cafe place that are attractive and different from other cafes, we see a promising investment opportunity from the line of business that we chose because it has its own unique from other cafes, namely cafes that come from containers that are decorated as unique as possible. So we decide to set up a cafe container which we named Kanikmatan Box Cafe. We took a business with the concept of building a cafe from container because it was considered unique and it was still rare for business to use this concept. This Kanikmatan stance is taken from the Sundanese language, which means delicious. This emphasizes that all the food and drinks that we sell have a delicious taste to try, and all visitors feel comfortable at our cafe location in Lembang, West Bandung, which is full of green trees with cool air and the upper urban area. Next, I will explain about the market and product aspect. Pros of cafe. The advantage of this cafe is that it has a unique building, namely from container. Besides that, the location of this place is a natural, so it has a beautiful view, and this cafe has delicious food and drink. And lack of cafe, this container safe cafe is starting to be boiled, and more competitors are imitating the cafe business. Okay, the technology product aspect. Machine and equipment to process beverage and food production. With this equipment, it will certainly support the operation of Kanikmatan Box Cafe and help participant business in serving consumers. And the next material, human resource aspect. Okay, the number of workers needed is 10 people, each of whom plays a role in the cafe's operation, including head barista 1 person, barista 2 people, commis 2 people, waiters 3 people, and cleaning service 2 people. The next, financial and economic aspect. In sharing out business activities, initial Funds are needed, which are divided into investment capital of all the permanent needed for 123,124,500 rupiah. For business license capital is 2,700,000 rupiah. And for working capital is 509,000 rupiah. Okay. And conclusion and recommendation. By marketing the child aspect of the business development process of the Kanikmatan Books Cafe, you will have the opportunity to take advance of economics of sale, but within the company and the community innovation in the form of creating a cafe atmosphere with Sundanese culture once combined with a European style cafe atmosphere so that it has its own unique, which allows people to be interested in visiting Kanikmatan Books Cafe. Okay, then the second dish quiz will be explained by Hasna.
Okay, thank you. Hello everyone. I will tell you about chapter 2 about business and background. The first one will tell you about initiator background. The Kanikmatan Bus Cafe business was initiated by three students from one the universities in Bandung who saw a great opportunity and had a high sense of interest of the business in the culinary field. So they were inspired to make a business with a modern concept but unique and relatively found. Reason election for the cafe business is because the cafe is a place for people together as a student cafe is often chosen a place to do assignment, a place to do relax, to become a place of fun. So owner chooses a location business. This is chill, young, gather, will enjoy beauty natural around a comfort, drink well as food light. So the company increasing cafe business develop creates a new frame mind innovation if trying to collaborate on the things that are where a concept of unique thinking in business design. The concept unique thinking is pure into the idea of cafe in form of container, the unit with nature which brings the concept of culture or likes area ansaraj. So can be concluded that the business that was pioneer is an international ex-traditional collaborations. And then we tell you about initiator in this business. The first one we have Atir Fauzan. He lives in South Bamboo City 6, Andong Raya, number 24, West Jakarta. As a CEO, for his experience, he's created an entrepreneurial business plan. And the second is me, Hasna. I live in Soreang Cipatik Street, kilometer 5, number 21. And I, as a deputy CEO, so my experience managing a building rental service business and creating an entrepreneurial business plan. And the last, we have Iqbal Lutfiana. He lives in Pagedang, Margawati Village, sub-district of Garut City. He is a secretary and his experience create an entrepreneurial business plan become part of a clothing business. Next, we tell you about business descriptions. The culinary business is type of business that is engaged in the food sector. The culinary business was chosen because it needs to be an easy business to do. For its own opportunity, the culinary business will be continue to grow because in basically food is everyone needs. The Kanikmatan Books Cafe business is a culinary business inspired by the place food fast serving in America City. The Union were that use containers. Then inspired by Sundanese street food, which is healthy, simplicity, particle, filling, and delicious. which make the business take several food menus from thus mentioned above. The collaboration was created into the concept of Europe X Sunda combined with a natural environment or forest that is lush with trees, cool nices that are able to give a calm effect in the cafe environment. So the concept of Europe collaboration with Sunda is expected to of this cafe be in area forest protect. So far, that's our rule important, but the bird area nature, which is cafe culprits. How to do it enjoy box cafe for good environment around, be clean to be placed from all type scattered trash, planting tree, and the plant in the Kanikmatan box cafe areas, as well as give counseling to employee. The customer will be important, throw away rubbish on the place. So, waste that appears from enjoy Kanikmatan this cafe origin from waste leftover food but was food that no danger to contain ingredients chemical or dangerous by because we only throw away the trash to the place the trash. Project business, this is now becomes priority government because business this is that is performed by private but enjoy the cafe or Kanikmatan Box Cafe. Work on will corporate will government in advice tourism nearby region Kanikmatan Box Cafe. With Appreciation Box Cafe, is expected to outside are will coming to Lembang Bandung part ways because one enjoy at the atmosphere relax with it at Kenikmatan Box Cafe with enjoy atmosphere natural from West Bandung and in Lembang. Behind the unique chef and creating a different sensation in this coffee, container cafe also have advantage which are the season, while container cafe modification can be profitable. Even though it came to from a used container that was modified into a cafe, the container cafe is still steady and doesn't collapse easy. And can you design this cafe container with as you like heart? But you will this container Tem Cafe has a low price compared to cafe in front of a conventional building because the container cafe comes from the conversion of used good. So I think back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Hasna. In the third discussion will be explained by Fatih.
Hello everyone. Here is chapter 3, market group aspect. Trend in demand development to feasibility study preparation. The city of Bandung is trend center of the entertainment world after Jakarta. This is because city of Bandung offers various type of tourism, but historical, natural, shopping to culinary tours, which are almost every weekend out, always crowded by local and foreign tourists ranging from small children, adults, and even the elderly. The increase in the number of cafes in Bandung is thought to have occurred because culinary entrepreneurs in Bandung tend to see the cafe business as a modern business that will be preferred by consumers. This is caused by change in lifestyle trends, consumer taste, and a producer for enjoying or consuming food in today in today urban community which are oriented toward the west. Next, a number of products. Resume with a seating capacity of 50 people at a time with a consumer purchasing power of two products and length of visit is 2 hours per customer. Then with 14 hours of opening, the cafe can serve at least 350 consumers, so that the number of products in one day is 700 products, but eating and drinking. Next, market segment. Age for 15 to 16 years, gender, men and women, lower, middle, and upper, job, student, and employee. Next, purchase motivation. The motivation of a buyer or consumer in shopping include four categories which are often called the marketing mix in management science, namely product, price, promotion, place. These four aspects become choice and or combination that shape the motivation of each individual consumer in shopping for good or service. Price occupies the second position because the determining the product, a consumer will switch to the price he will choose according to the to the budget he has. Specific factor affecting demand. Several factors that affect our business activity are the holiday season, when people go on vacation to the Lembang area, such as on weekend, because the Lembang area itself is one of tourist the tourist attraction in the city Bandung. During high season, the number of consumer of Kanikmatan book coffee will currently increase compared to normal day. Next, project number of product requests. The population in the Lembang area itself in 2021 around 16,117 residents, which and the number of foreign and the local tourists to the Lembang area in 2020 as many as 23,431 for foreign tourists and 3,140,529 local tourists, assuming only about 70% who have the possibility to buy, so that the number of potential customer around 2,436,050 per in 1 year. Next, competitor factor. Kanikmatan Box Cafe implementation various business strategy so as to maintain the identity of the business brand. Some of the ways to do, to do this are by creating different flavors from other cafe, diligently innovating, not disappointing, and making customer happy with with our cafe waiters, doing regular promotion and social media. Price growth trend. Currently, our company continue to follow the time and is a transformation throughout digital going forward. But in terms of operation, marketing and sales, for now, there are no plans related to price increase, so that for the next 2 years, the price given will will remain the same until price increase is planned, unless there is a significant change in the price of the raw material used. Next, marketing strategy and marketing mix. The selling power offered or given is as follows. First, the concept of the cafe that is unique, interesting, and also photogenic. Second, cozy atmosphere, and the last, unique menu and taste, and of course delicious. Some marketing strategy for Kanikmatan Box Cafe. First, procurement of the grand opening promo in the form of a 50% discount for 1 month on holiday or weekend. Second, create a building menu of food and drinks at a more economical price. Third, doing marketing on various platforms both offline and online, such as radio, Instagram, and Facebook, making banner and distributing a brochure. And the last, holding a special day promotion every Saturday with discount price for a cartoon menu. Next.
Okay, thank you, Fatih. And in the fourth description will be explained by me. Okay, production capacity. Production capacity planning is carried out for all machines, equipment, and other production factors in the accordance with the planned number of financial products to be produced. For strategic planning, capacity projections are carried out for at least the next 4 years in accordance with the production plan. Next, material preferred technology. Nowadays, the cover industry requires tools that are durable and reliable. So it is necessary to use sophisticated and simple renewable technology to help the production process run. Kanikmatan Books Cafe use quality equipment to process raw goods into finished goods or goods ready for consumption. And the need for raw materials, auxiliary, and supporting materials. In general, the inventory of raw materials organized by Kanikmatan Books Coffee will be used to support the implementation of the relevant production process. Thus, the amount of raw material inventory will be adjusted to the needs of these raw materials for the implementation of the production process in Kanikmatan Box Cafe. One coffee. Raw materials in coffee beans. Auxiliary material is water, fresh milk, caramel, simple syrup, chocolate powder, and palm sugar. In the non-cafe, raw material, ginger, brown sugar, pure milk, chocolate, coconut, butter, and auxiliary material, water, coffee powder, cream, coconut water, pandan syrup. And the food raw material is cornstarch, cooking oil, sugar, garnet coconut, brown sugar, water, cocoa chip, oatmeal, coarse bread flour, smoked meat, cassava, sesame powder. And for auxiliary material in food, cherries, chili sauce, egg, cheese, vegetables, corn, rich noodles, mung beans. And next, machinery, equipment, and fixed properties. Okay, fixed properties is 42 and 2 fixed properties. And direct labor needs. The list of direct labor needs as a support in carrying out their work at Kanikmatan Books Coffee includes labor, head barista needs, stationary barista, coffee green barista need, coffee grinder, drip coffee maker, fire and supporting tools for marketing food, labor, commis, and needs notebook and pen, labor, waiter, needs notebook and pen, labor, cleaning service, needs various cleaning tools. Okay, project development schedule. The development of the Kanikmatan Books Cafe project will be carried out every week by conducting regular evaluation of the cafe's performance based on its production, human resource, finances, and other factors, whether it is feasible or not. for projects that are carried on for 7 months from starting operation. If this project is deemed successful in terms of income, sales, benefits, therefore we will continue for carry out the project development process with the new innovation relate to production to be sold, better service good to customer, a place that will continue to be built as comfortable as possible so that this project will continue to run in the long term. Okay, then in the fifth discussion, Hasna will explain. Please, Hasna.
Okay, thank you, Iqbal. Next is my turn about chapter 5. In this chapter, we'll tell you about selection of business location. The sorry, you're solid. Okay, the first one will tell you about Giri Lembang Bandung. Dislocate in this western part of Lembang Bandung. The tourism area of Lembang Bandung is a natural forest that is still beautiful and cool, dominated by pine forest with an area of 7 hectares with a height of 5,050 meters above sea level. Jayagiri Forest is an across-county forest that is usually used by nature lovers to climb mountain. Without the forest or just have a picnic to relieve fatigue from the boring daily routine. So in this location, we have supporting factors. The first one is easy accessibility. The second is become a tourism destination. The three is sufficient water capacity, and the fourth friendly environment for a business, and the five weather expansion potential. So, beside for supporting factors, we have obstacle factors. The first one, cold weather visibility, and the second being the counter of the Lembang Forest. The second location is Cikole Lembang Bandung. Cikole is a village in Lembang subdistrict, West Java, Bandung Regency, West Java, Indonesia. Distance from Cikole village to Lembang is in 5.1 kilometer. This area is 8,000 8,000.6 kilometers squared, which is 8.43 meters of people for a kilometer squares. For the supporting factor in Cikole Lembang Bandung, and this location have easy accessibility, become a tourist destination and scientific and sufficient water capacity, and then being an environment dominated by agriculture and plantations, less expansion potential. So, location selection decision, the location of Kanikmatan Books Cafe tends to be suitable in the Cikole Lembang area of Bandung based on the description. Because easy access, there makes other access also easy, such as supply of goods and raw materials, access to online orders, and parking with a large enough land. Cikole Lembang Bandung is a protected forest area, an area that has its own security, so there is no need to worry about wild animals or other crimes. This forest management has used safety in accordance with the provisions of regional regulation in force in this area. So that's enough for chapter 5. We'll be back to moderator Iqbal.
Okay, thank you, Hasna. Then in the sixth discussion will be explained by Fatih.
Okay, Iqbal, thank you. Chapter 6, Human Research. Head barista, from people, barista to people, commis to people, waiters to people, and cleaning service to people. Summer labor and budget to people service In an effort to implement the selection of the recruitment and placement of employees, it must be based on an analysis of the company position that has been carried out by personnel management job. Job analysis produce job description and job spec- specification. Job description is a factual statement relating to a job in terms of duty and responsibility, while job specification is a factual statement relating to the minimum quality of recruitment that must be met by individual to carry out a certain job. Next, Iqbal.
In the discussion of 7 will be explained Hasna and Iqbal.
Okay, thank you, Iqbal. In this chapter 7 of financial and economic aspect, the first one we have investment budget amount. In this table, is it tell about fixed cost. In this fixed cost, we have economy age, unit price, amount, total, and monthly depreciation. In fixed cost, the material is business capital from investor, container, table, chair, Teflon, and others. So, in the total, we have 170,499,500 rupiah, and total of monthly depreciation we have 509,917 rupiah. Next. So in the next table, we have a project financing structure from average daily cost. We have the first one, fixed monthly operation cost, 37,150,000 rupiah. The data second, we have fixed operating cost of the day is it 1,283,333 rupiah. The next data we have variable monthly operation cost 5,686,000 rupiah. And the next we have variable operating cost per the day is it 189,533,000 rupiah. So for total operation cost per month, we have a fixed monthly operation cost plus monthly variable. So in the average for 42,836 rupiah, and then total operating cost of the day is a total operating cost average 30 and then average 1,427,867 rupiah. And then the next table we have project revenue structures in this average income information for 30 transaction of hour in 12 hours. For average incomes is it average shall receive for the average transactions and then cost of hours. So in 500 cost of 80 and cost of 12. So of the day we have to 7,800,000 rupiah, and then per monthly we have 234 million rupiah. And next table we will describe by Iqbal Lutfiana.
Okay, thank you, Hasna. And this is the project probability evaluation. Probability evaluation that will be carried out by Kanikmatan Box Coffee, and this is Tabel project probability evaluation. And next, and this is break-even point calculation. There are three methods of calculation break-even point carried out by Kanikmatan Box Coffee, and this is tabel BFA unit, 35 in total, and this is BFA time tabel and tabel BFA rupiah. Okay, and the next tabel is sensitivity factor assignment. This sensitivity factor assignment is to determine the impact of change in production parameters on change in the production system performance in generating profits. And this is the table sensitivity assignment. Okay. And the discussion of egg will be explained by Hasna.
And next, it's my turn to for chapter 8, legal aspect. In the legal aspect, according to Sulianto, 2010, a business idea declared feasible in the business idea complies with the legal provisions and able to meet all licensing requirements in the area. Analysis of the legal aspect, the business feasibility study aims to analyzing the legality of business to be run, analysis to the accuracy of the legacy entity form with the business idea to be implemented, analyzing the capability of the proposed business to meet licensing requirements, and then analyze the guarantees that can be provided if the business will be financed with a loan, and all form of legal provisions on business feasibility study are regulated by a notary. And the next, of course, for a legality in terms of business legality, our business unit has several legal entity documents to carry out business operation as a provisions so that business carry out run smoothly in the futures. Some of the legal documents that are around relating to legal aspects are legality in entity. This form of business of franchise where this business of private business which contains ideas and often business with a source of capital from investor who have plans for futures expansions. And then the second is C2 from Indonesians, permit for place of business in English as is a business establishment permit obtained by submitting the local regional office. Based on this, the company will also prepare a permit regarding the place of the business. So for the procedure of the cafe business license, the establishment of the cafe business is a regulated into regulations of the Minister of Culture and Tourism, number PM 87 HK, point 101 MKP 2010 concerning how to register a food and beverage service business, Article 4 letter D, which includes a cafe in it. This is including several things, including a deed of establishment of business entity, photocopy of identity from the person in the charge of the cafe shop, and then copy and PWP for Indonesians cycle coffee shop owner, and then photocopy of environmental management auto UPL or UKL in Indonesians, coffee shop business proposal or plan and tourism business registration certificate or TDUP by Indonesian, get a business identification number and IB for Indonesian, including a halal certificate and letter of requires regarding the truth or and validity of the document, and the last photo of location size for air color front view, light right, left right, and one seat in each room, and along with a floor plan of the location or room. Thank you. I think we'll be back the moderator.
And in the last discussion, Fatir will explain.
Okay, thank you, Iqbal. Chapter 9, conclusion and recommendation. The profession, the profession ability to finance the project. All the initial funding source we need some from the source, primarily ownership, fund from investor. The ownership fund comes from the co-founder in the amount of 2,000 rupiah. The lack of funds will be filed through finding investor who want to invest in the business. The profit sharing between investor and owner is 53.3% for investor and 46.7% for owners. The future, the future prospects of the project are reviewed in various aspects. For our current company prospect, we will continue to develop from various existing aspects, and in about 3 years, we will plan to open a new branch if the interest in the cafe business is very good. Financial and non-financial benefit. When running a business, it is it is undeniable that the period or whether or not the business is running is the capital. Therefore, an advice cafe not only has a way of processing and serving delicious drink and food, but also has good financial management. The financial benefits are also followed first, asset with planning, second, monitoring business development, third, uh, controlling finance, for assessing investment eligibility, five, knowing the origin of financing, and the last, managing working capital. Financial management will also determine when to increase employee salary, increase investment by business tools and other working capital so that finance remain healthy and continue to grow. And the last main drawback of the project. Its nature is not a drawback because the products are in the form of drink and wet food, and of course it is better to be consumed at the time. The product can only last for the few days. Drink can last a long time if put in the refrigerator, but the taste will not be the same. For dessert, it will just stale. Back to moderator Iqbal.
Okay, thank you, Fatir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, finally we are come to the last agenda. We would like to say thanks again for the presenters and all of the audience for active participants. So many presentation from us. Sorry if there are many mistakes. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.